Echo here, and today what we're going to be discussing is why I actually like Upwork. This is one of those things, believe it or not, that a lot of people will sit there and I'll get a lot of complaints about it. It's in every single Facebook group. If anyone asks, hey, have you had luck with Upwork? And you'll get so many negative comments about it that a lot of people, when I say I love it, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? You have no idea what you're talking about, guys. It's one of my favorite ways to get new clients. Why? Because I'll be honest, here I am on social media. I am on Facebook. I'm in whatever groups the heck I'm in. It doesn't make a difference. Guys, I don't like being on social media all the time. I don't. My favorite, I don't sit there and watch videos unless it's like, I don't know. I do it with like, I like the tortoise ones where they're feeding the 140-pound tortoise. I like the ones where the dogs are sitting there and talking with the buttons. Those crack me up and I can totally waste time with that. But I don't always enjoy being on social media, especially about my business. My business is my business, and if you go back in time, yeah, it's to me, it's very stressful to be on social media. And if you go back in time, you'll see that I actually only started posting on social media maybe about a year ago. Before that, I might have been off and on, and maybe I would post on my page, which didn't make a difference because there was like no one on my page. So what difference did it make if I posted there? I'd be doing whatever. It was completely ick. It just, and it's exhausting for me to say, okay, I need to do this. I need to post on this. I'm having fun right now with the reels. They're cracking me up. I'm like trying to go for that $3.20. And, I'm hoping to have it. But this is, hey guys, so give me a thumbs up and all that stuff. Let me know who you are as well, because if you haven't given Melon approval to say hi, I don't know who you are. Yeah, the reels are cracking me up. One of them actually has over like 3,000 views, and I don't even know which one it is. Um, so it's like, I'm like, wow, okay, cool, thanks. But Upwork is like one of these things, and the way I've always looked at it is if you've, okay, I'm old. I am 49, and so when I started working, even as a teenager, I had to open up, the newspaper and go look for a job and say, hey, who's hiring? And I'd be looking in the newspaper for it. There wasn't a jobs.storename.com. I mean, that's not how you didn't text a number to get your application sent to you. There was no indeed.com. You had to actually open up a paper and say, hey, look, my first like away from home paying job was as a waitress at Bob's Big Boy in Springfield, Virginia. They had an ad, and they had an ad for a waitress. I actually ended up being a hostess, which I actually decided was a lot more fun. But we would sit there and you'd have to look, and then you'd have to go to the place. You couldn't call the place to apply. So Upwork to me is a big newspaper with all their job offerings. And on top of that, as a bonus, they tell you what they're willing to pay. They didn't put that in ads anywhere. And gosh knows, if you go and look in any of these groups, this is one of the things that really, really pisses me off. They'll post a job op with no pricing. I saw one yesterday. I posted it over in my Level Up virtual assistants group, which I've posted it this morning, and I'll probably share it later on. I haven't picked a time or day or whatever, but I saved the picture. But what it was like this huge list of like requirements for the VA that they wanted. I mean, it was, they're looking for a rock star, they're looking for a unicorn. We won't get into that right now and my feelings about that. But it was like this huge list of things, and there was no pricing. And previously, if you had talked to me about 2 years ago, I would have gone for it at $45 an hour. And I guarantee you they're not going to offer $45 an hour, but neither one of us would have been happy with it. When I go on Upwork, this is what I've got. And let me go ahead and I've got this kind of split because I'm working off my laptop and I've been lazy and I haven't set up my second screen yet. So where am I looking? I can't find it. I need to be able to, let me make this bigger. I'll show that on my screen. Excellent. Let me make me small because no one cares about me and what I look like. But so here we go. This is my opening home page. I went into upwork.com. Boom, it all comes up, right? And is this still even working? Because it's telling me it's like got a live recording of now 10 seconds. I have no idea what it's doing. So I'm hoping it's still there. I'm going to jump over just to Facebook, just to kind of do a quick check. It does say that I am still live, so we'll kind of go with that. So here's the thing. Maybe it's showing me, I don't know, that it's recording the screen. Who knows? But you can see I have 3 invitations to interview. Guys, these all came in within the last 24 hours. And to me, that's pretty awesome. Only one of them is viable, just to kind of let you know. I'll show it to you right here. But these are invitations, so someone's inviting me to work with them. So this one is the only one that is probably viable. I'm not a marketing agency in search of virtual assistants. That is not going to work for me. Oh, that was 5 days ago, so you can see how attentive I was to that. This is, this is probably a scam, spam, something like that. So I'm going to say no, thank you to that one. This one, though, will interest me. But I can go on here for 30 minutes maximum. Now, I did a reel the other day on how much time I spend on Upwork, and it is never more than 30 minutes at a time, per day, or at a time, something like that. And so I can go ahead and take a look and I can go through here and say, and I do this from my phone. I rarely do it from my computer because my computer, it's off somewhere. It's in a different room. Here, my laptop is sitting on the kitchen table, but, but I can sit here and I can scroll right through it. And I can see, okay, well, hey, we'll go with this one right now. So Monday.com expert is needed, $22 to $44 an hour. They're looking for someone to completely expert in project management, CRM system. Guys, Monday is not a CRM system, just letting you know. But it is I do like their format they've updated a lot, and I do like their format. So it does show, what they're looking for. But here's the kicker, and this is one that, if you had talked to me a while ago, I probably would have gone and said, sure. So early next year, you'll have a meeting with their VP, go through the Monday boards and CRM, see what you currently do, review, and then go over these with the VP and complete them. She's got a good job description here. It's pretty good. I can go here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you, she has a good rating. 16.82 is the average hourly rate that they've paid, but they've done over 100, like over 50% have gotten jobs. And so that's pretty cool. This is a customer service stars wanted and whatever. But this is one of the reasons why I like it. Okay. So if I have this and let's see, proposals 10 to 15. I don't have, I'm not upgraded right now, just that. Yeah, it's because Monday has put this thing in their system where it actually has like it as a template to be your CRM, and no, it's not. Whatever. ClickUp does the same thing. Asana, I don't know. I haven't seen any ads for them lately, which is kind of weird. But this is one of my favorite parts, guys. Don't ever tell me that you do not know what you are making on Upwork. Let me see if I can move this over to, because it opened up in a new window. There we go. So guys, I'm not writing a proposal for this one. Just to let you know, I am not writing a proposal. I just want to show you something. Yeah, I kind of like Monday. I like some of it looks a lot better than it did 2 years ago when I switched from Asana to ClickUp. And Monday just looked like the baby child of everyone. But they've done a lot of work to it, and I don't think it's too bad. So if I have a project like this and say I'm going to write a proposal, right? I'm really excited. You cannot tell me ever that you do not know what you're about to get paid on Upwork. Okay? If I put in here $40 an hour, I will be getting $32 an hour. Don't tell me you didn't know. It says it right there on the screen. So you can't complain about it. Now that is only up to the first $500. If I'm doing $40 an hour, guys, that's just, I don't know, let's pick a number because I don't feel like doing math and I have not had enough caffeine in this. But let's say, you go into 12 hours and hey, it's good. We'll pick a round number. We're going to go into 15 hours. You've made the $500. You're good to go. Everyone's happy. Everyone's loving you, woo! And now your rate goes down. All right. Now you're tracking your rate with their cool app. And some people are like, I don't want them taking pictures of my screen. Whatever. Then, okay, that's fine. You don't like them doing that? Well, then don't pick hourly jobs. But that also tells me, I'll be honest with you, that would concern me as someone hiring. And we do not always use, I have some that are on here that we do not use the Upwork thing. It depends if I am working solo or if I'm working with my team. And I do both. And I am very clear and I'm very clear with the people that hire me and how we're doing it. But I send reports, hey, you had this meeting, blah, blah, blah. It is $500 per person. Yeah, so it's per job. So it's $500 per job, and then the rate goes down. I want to say it goes down to 15, maybe 10%. So they will only take the 20% off of just your first $500 per job. So a lot of the times, like I'll take a job. We have one going on right now that is $2,600. It's a flat rate. And so only the first $500 was charged that 20%. The rest is taken out at a lower rate. So for me, that I don't have to worry about it. I also like it because they have this, if you are working hourly and you use their little time tracker, you're guaranteed to be paid. But in all the years I have worked on Upwork, I have not had to chase anyone down for anything. I haven't had to deal with that. So that's just me. I haven't had to. Yeah, it's really nice to do that. So, and you can now do this whole um, boost your post or whatever. I don't know. It's a way. I have 50 million connects. We'll leave it at that. So it's not, it's, we'll go with that. But it's really, really helpful to be able to do things. So it takes the stress out of it. And like I said earlier, I do this like on my phone. And so since I do this on my phone all the time, I actually have my portfolio that I designed inside of Canva. I have it saved. And then, so I can do the entire thing from my phone while I'm sitting there outside enjoying myself. I've taken 15 minutes. The most I have ever applied to jobs, I've applied to 3 in 30 minutes and then I'm done. I may or may not come back later that day if I have not heard from some people. And if I do not hear from them the first day, I will continue to apply for other jobs. Why? Because even if we have a discussion and they send me an offer, I have the right to decline it. So there's a lot. Yeah, portfolios, I go over a lot of that. And, my course has a ton on portfolios. There's over 5 hours of stuff. Portfolios is something that I do discuss and how I do it. Um, it's really, there's different ways to do it. And I go over all of the different things that I personally do. The other thing is that if I really, really want a job, I'll send them a video and I'll say, hey, I'll send them a Loom. And that way I kind of know if they're watching it. And I'll be quite honest with them and I'll say, look, sending you this information in just by typing it in the cover letter or whatever was not going to be very helpful. I wanted to be able to expand on how this can help you just a little bit better. So, hey guys, it's good to see you. So yeah, Upwork is like I said at the very beginning, it's like my little newspaper. It's, I can go ahead and I can look through all the job opportunities, you know, Zoom support meeting, whatever. I can look through it. I Again, in the course and in my live webinar, I go into how we avoid scammers because that's another thing. Here's one that says Zoho CRM specialist, $45 to $100 an hour. So again, guys, don't tell me that this is race to the bottom pricing, all because there are people that will be out here. Awesome. Oh, that is awesome. So you just completed your first ghostwriting. That's cool. That's actually I started out doing a lot of that on here. So yeah, it can be a lot of fun. Actually, I think one of my first actual reviews, I did writing for 2 blogs. So I did a ghost writing for 2 blogs just to get my 5 stars. Um, it was a total BS gig, but hey, it was $30, something like that. But you can see, it's not raised to the bottom. Does this mean that you are going to have all of the people, you're going to have those people hourly $10? Remember, you do hourly $10 and this one might be not too bad if you wanted to get started on something. It's really simple data entry. It's cleaning it up. I'd probably propose a little bit more. I'd probably go with 15. All because they say that that's their budget does not mean that that's what it's going to be. So it doesn't necessarily mean. You can see they haven't, let's see, less than 5 proposals have been sent because it's kind of it looks sketchy. But I might have put it in there for 15 and I would these are just guidelines. The pricing is just guidelines. All you have to do is actually tell them your price and you can tell them why. And it's just going to cost you connects. And connects are really, really cheap. I mean, they're like 20 cents a piece. So I want you to think back, and when I used to have to go apply for jobs, like I said, they would say that they're hiring. It's in the newspaper. You had to drive there. Now, I lived out in the middle of the boondocks, so for us to get anywhere to civilization, it was at least 30 minutes and probably longer. So I had to drive there. I had to fill out the application. Guys, this is for like a hostess position, waitress position. Then, if the person doing the interviews was not there, guess what, guys? You had to drive back when they called your house. You didn't have a cell phone and do that. So think about it. 20 cents is not going to kill you. When I do not have a million, like I showed you, I have like 200 and something connects because I have not gone out and applied for positions because I have been getting the invitations. Um, Yeah, it's proposed pricing. Go ahead and mark it up $5, $10 an hour. um, if you want the job, as long as you can tell them why. But by the 100 connects, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's less. Maybe it's like 8 cents a piece. I don't know. For some reason, the number $8 is coming into my head to buy them, and it won't give them to me. It won't show me the pricing because I have too many. And it's like, yeah, dude, you have too many. But if you go out and you spend, you know, a busy day for me on doing this was during coffee. I'd scroll through to see who showed up and who's like burning the midnight oil or whatever for posting job posts. If I didn't find anything while I was drinking coffee, maybe I'd scroll through during lunch. Then I would scroll through during dinner. So you can see the differences of what I could do. And again, if I submitted, like I had some days, and for some strange reason, July, I don't know why, July and August were my busiest months ever on Upwork. And I have no idea why. I think maybe because they need temp help while other people are on vacations. Who knows? But even as a bookkeeper, when I started out doing bookkeeping, it was like boom, 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 boom. I mean, it was like really weird. So if I didn't apply to any in the morning, I guarantee you by lunchtime I would find at least two, three. And I usually, depending on my mood and what was going on that week, it would depend on how many jobs I would actually apply for. But again, I have the right to turn them down. So since I have the right to turn them down, it's not costing me that much. If they're offering me something less than what I want to make for that time, then it is, it's definitely not, it's definitely worth just sitting there and going through it. And what is also great about this, out of all the clients that I've had, I have probably only talked to about 4 in the last 4 years on actual phone calls. The Zoom calls on Upwork seem to be a lot less. I do a lot of chatting with people. Maybe go up to 5. I mean, I rarely need to talk to people, and it's really kind of funny because I can sit here and talk to you guys on Facebook like forever, and y'all still want a phone call. My people over on Upwork, and so for me, guys, I love talking to you all, but y'all are exhausting. The whole Facebook thing, Instagram thing, it's exhausting for me. Phone calls are exhausting. It just is. But on Upwork, my people over there, they're like, okay, we're chatting back and forth, blah, 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 blah. Boom, here's an offer. Okay, let's go. Let's make it happen. And that's all we did. And then I start onboarding them into, I do take my conversations at that point off of Upwork and I move them over to Slack. And it's because I have issues with the Upwork app not sending me notifications, which is absolutely fine because 9 times out of 10, most people are like, yeah, come on over. I got no problem. It's a lot quicker to talk in Slack anyway. And so then I can send them stuff and I can send them files and we can go back and forth. Um, if I am doing hourly work, like I said, I use their time tracker. So you can't tell me I was lazy on the job and didn't do anything because I did. And what's also interesting is not as many people read my profile as they probably should. But it's kind of funny. If I submit my proposals, it's very rare that they're like, I'm like, did you read my profile? Because some of them I've actually worked with for a little bit. And they're like, no, never did. I'm like, oh, okay. But you can tell, I get the invitations and things like that. So it just makes it a lot easier. If you guys want to go into more in depth with this, and I do have a course. We are doing another live webinar, which is an hour and a half of step by step what I do to go through Upwork. How do I make my profile? How do I make my title? How do I set my pricing? I will show you step by step how I went from raising my price from $15 an hour up to, I don't know, right now I think I'm at 125 and 195. I think that's where I'm at. Yeah, see, this one's a consultation and it's in review. So yeah, for mine right now, it's at 125 and 195. So I'll show you exactly how I did that and what we, how I did that, what we do, little tidbits here I throw in of how to avoid the scammers, um, how to check to see whether or not you're going to be, how to submit a proposal that actually gets looked at and paid attention to. Guys, I spent over a month just learning that, and I'll show you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And that is at upwork.danasacco.co, and I will drop it in the comments as soon as I get off of here because it won't let me comment. It's kind of cool, but hey. Let me see if it lets me comment through the Upwork. There we go. And so you actually get access to not only, let's see, paste. Okay, it did it on that one. Let's see if it will do it on mine. Let's see if that showed up. Yep, that showed up there. So that is the course, and it's less than $100, guys. And there's no reason why you guys cannot get more than, I mean, that's like a couple hours worth of work. There we go. I'll put it there too. It's in both locations now, so that's on both page. Hey, there I am, Facebook user. I'll show that one on screen. There you go. So does anyone have any questions about why I love Upwork? And has that helped you any? I'd love to hear from you. If you guys have any questions, you can also check out some of the smaller videos that I've done. The reels have been a lot of fun, and I'm planning on continuing to do those so I can make my whopping $3.20. I don't know, we might make it up to $5. I got to aim big. So let me know. You all have been awesome today. Thank you so much. Feel free to share this with everyone. You can share it from my personal page or invite people into the group because the group has it, and it will stay in the group. And then we will upload it probably, I don't know, within the next week or so up into what is it called? YouTube. See, you guys. So my number one reason why Upwork is awesome is because social media and posting on social media will stress me out. Number two, I can go ahead and set my pricing. Number three, I can kind of review who it is, and then I can go ahead and turn them down without having like heart attacks. And if I need to pick up extra work, I can. If I don't want to do work, then I don't have to. So I hope that this all helped you, and you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.